Thank you so much for joining me for an overview on what energies you will experience during this month of September 2015. We have just had a very powerful, intense full moon in the sign of Pisces as of the end of last month. This was a highly emotional full moon for all of us. You may have felt a heightened intuition and an ability to connect to others in a more spiritual way. You may have also experienced feelings of wanting to be with your twin flame or establish a deep connection with a love partner. This month of September is filled with the beautiful Virgo energy, which initiates a feeling of wanting to take care of your health, improve your work life, and the ability to discern what is right and what is healthy for you. Virgo is a mutable earth sign, as some of you may know. It is also a very grounded sign. I will expand on this a little further in my video entitled The Dissection of the Astrological Signs. Please watch out for that video as it will be coming shortly. What Virgo teaches you is to be complete and true unto yourself. And for this year, our great planet of Jupiter is in the sign of Virgo until the summer of next year. Now, as far as the eclipses go for this month, we are experiencing our last set of eclipses for this year. There will be no more for the duration of this year. Eclipses are always a time of a chapter closing in your life to usher in a new beginning of some sorts of equal or greater value. Our first eclipse for this month is a new moon solar eclipse, which will take place on September 13th. This will take place in the sign of Virgo. Eclipses always bring up things that are deep within your subconscious and brings them to the surface. On September the 27th, we will have a supermoon full lunar eclipse in the sign of Aries. There may be a lot revealed to you during these 2 weeks between the eclipses. These energies will all have a slightly different effect for each sign. Please definitely view your sign's astrological video that I have uploaded for this month to see how it will affect you personally for your sign. On September 17th, we have Mercury going into retrograde in the sign of Libra. Our planet of Mercury will remain retrograde until October the 9th. During a Mercury retrograde, it is generally not a good time for any new initiations regarding communications, travel, contracts, and etc. Basically, third house stuff. I always like to give a disclaimer to always double check any correspondences you send out during this time and to read any fine print if you absolutely must sign a contract. Because this retrograde will be taking place in the sign of Libra, you may experience a feeling of how you have been overextending yourself to others when you may want to express yourself in a different form or a different way. This energy will pose the question of how you can become more authentic and uncompromising in your relationships, along with in your service to the world. Now, we also have Venus going direct this month on the 6th, and Venus rules love, beauty, and money matters. After this planet goes direct, we will start to see things more clearly as far as those things that Venus rules. Now, as far as the numerology for the month of September 2015, September is a 17 universal month, and 1 plus 7 equals 8, which gives us the number of strength and taking our personal power back. We are also in universal number 8 year. And this is done by adding the numbers in the year, which is 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 5 equaling 8. And I will definitely explain more about numerology and give you a general breakdown of this in my upcoming numerology video to explain and expound on this a little bit further. Now, as many of you have viewed in my monthly astrological videos, I included a picture of a chart of planetary placements for September 1st, 2015. It's basically a snapshot of a brief overview of the placements, of the planetary placements, at the very beginning, the very first day of September. This is something that I will also go over along with the energy and the transits that you will experience for each month. So definitely be sure to watch my videos for each month, and I will go over this for each month as it applies. Now, to give you a brief overview of the planetary placements at the beginning of the month of September 2015 and the energies taking place on this day, we start off with the sun being in the sign of Virgo at 8 degrees. We also have the moon, which is one of the faster moving transits. The moon moves very, very fast. It's always changing. The moon is actually at 9 degrees of Aries. 19 degrees of Aries on September 1st. We also have Mercury, the planet of travel and communication. This planet is at 5 degrees Libra. Venus is still in retrograde at 14 degrees Leo until September the 16th. Then we have the planet of Mars at 15 degrees Leo. Jupiter is at 4 degrees of Virgo and will remain here until mid-2016. In other words, Jupiter will remain in that sign of Virgo until 2016 when it changes planets. We also have Saturn at 29 degrees Scorpio, which is the last degree before it will switch over to the planet of Sagittarius, in which it will remain until 2017. Our planet of unexpected change, which is Uranus, is retrograde at 19 degrees Aries. We also have Neptune in retrograde at 8 degrees Pisces, along with Pluto at 13 degrees of Capricorn. We have lots and lots of retrograde energies taking place at this moment. Now, for those of you who may be unfamiliar with the asteroid Chiron, it is better known as the Wounded Warrior, and I will also do a video to explain more about this asteroid and how it affects you personally for each sign. This is sitting at 19 degrees retrograde in Pisces. Our North Node is currently at 1 degree Libra, and our North Node is actually about to move into the sign of Virgo. I am so ecstatic over this one. And I will also do a video on the North Nodes to explain to you more how this will affect you. And last but not least, we have Lilith in retrograde at 15 degrees Virgo. I hope all this gives you a general overview of the planetary energies we will be dealing with for this month of September. Please check out my upcoming videos on the dissection of the astrological signs and the angel numbers. Thank you and namaste. Until next time. For the sign of Aries, this is big for you because part of the eclipse is in your sign of Aries. For most of you, this will affect you in your first house of self, which is also ruled by Aries. And for the latter half, which is the mid to latter degree Aries, meaning if your birthday is in the middle of the Aries cycle towards the very ending of it, you will experience this in your 12th house of the subconscious mind. The way you look at things may be going away, or in other words, your outlook on things may be changing during this transit. Energy is closing a habit or something dealing with yourself and opening in the sector of your health, lifestyle change, and or quitting a bad habit.